Now I forgot to add this little tidbit. I'm looking down at my notes because I said I'm going to start writing stuff down to make sure that I have all facts and names so I can stop skipping over hard names. So forget it. I can't pronounce it. So what? I'm not gonna do that no more.
Protosewitz.
No,
Proto
I
say
got
with.
That's proto,
Protosewitz.
which before it even made it to the Supreme Court, the state legislature did redraw the maps in Wisconsin. Um, before the cases made it to the Supreme Court. Um, I spoke to one person who actually looked at the redrawing of it. They would have lost one district if the map would have went through. At least one. Of course, Governor Tom Evers vetoed it. It went to the Supreme Court, and here's where we at now. So, I want to get everybody conditioned and for February. We're doing a deeper dive into Black history. None of that surface stuff that we've heard for darn near since we went to elementary school and did our Black History Week at that time projects. This is what I mean by doing a deep dive. Gerrymandering in this country, just in case everybody wants to know, oh, it's not that big of a deal. We've come a long way, blah, blah, blah. This is what gerrymandering is doing right now. This is present. Okay? This is what the present gerrymandering is doing. When we get into February and we see how gerrymandering really have affected minorities for decades, you can now stop trying to say it doesn't have an effect on it like you think it does. That's why I did this piece now. Now, granted, I can't stop everybody from thinking that because you don't think anything was wrong anyway. So we're not talking to you. But the people who keep thinking that things such as gerrymandering does not have an effect on present day America, I've literally just shown you the changes of gerrymandering in the most gerrymandered state in the United States for 15 years. There is a video, and I can't find it anymore, and I wish I could because I think it was just mixed in with another video I was looking at, where it was a Democratic legislator in Wisconsin that said, it is so gerrymandered here in Wisconsin. There's a Republican congression in the middle of, there's a Republican district in the middle of my district. That's how come on. So that's the reason why I did this. I'm going to shut my mouth now and have it everybody else. Apparently, Agent Johnson let me stay up long enough for me to say my piece. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut and see who's all out there. Who's ever want to go?
Oh, okay. Anna, you want to go?
The only thing that comes to mind for me right now is the ridiculous shapes that we have seen come out of some redistricting. And so our lawmakers, they're able to draw the lines whatever way they want.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
for the most part. So basically, there's a Supreme Court ruling that says gerrymandering is wrong if it's being done on the basis of a protected attribute, whatever the proper term is. So like, you can't draw the map on the basis of race. So
Okay.
instead, they will draw the maps on the basis of income, which ties to race. They'll draw it on the basis of voting patterns, which ties to race. Because like Republican Party is like 95, 98% white.
Mhm.
So just draw the map according to Republicans, and you will have done that thing. The thing about it for me is like it's once again it's always like sleight of hand. You know, look over here, don't look over there. Um, the the whole argument of gerrymandering, I don't know what I mean. I do know what the basis is. The basis was to take power, but there there's really no good justification for protecting gerrymandering. Right? So what you'll hear people say or hear politicians say is that um, it's important because people live in diffuse areas, and it's not fair for the minority party or minority constituency to become watered down in such a way that they don't have a voice. So that's the funny thing about what conservatives do. They actually will take a legitimate argument and then flip it on its head and use it back against you, right?
Hmm.
So they will say this is to protect minority rights when it really is to protect the majority power.